Thinking about moving to Sherman, Texas? Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you the pros and cons of living in Sherman. And that adventure starts now. If this is your first time to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you'll be notified of any and all changes to the market here in North Texas. My name is Marina Franco. I'm with the Living in North Texas team. And you know what? We get calls and emails every day from people like you needing help moving to North Texas. And you know what? We absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or better yet, let's set up a Zoom call so we can help make your move to North Texas a smooth one. Okay, so we're talking Sherman, Texas. Now, if you want to know a little bit more about Sherman, check out my video about Sherman where I go around showing different neighborhoods so you can get a better idea of what it looks like. So, Sherman, Texas, let's talk pros and cons. So, if you've seen my other pros and cons video, you know I always like to start with the cons first. So, let's talk about those. The first con about Sherman is it is actually closer to Oklahoma than it is to Dallas, Texas. That's right. Sherman is about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit more, to downtown Dallas. And it is way closer to the Oklahoma border. So if you're working in downtown Dallas, Sherman may not be your first choice. And it's a little bit further away from places even like McKinney, Allen, Plano, Frisco. It's about a 45-minute drive to any of those places from Sherman. But on the good news, guess what? If you like fishing, if you like being on the lake, if you like gambling, you are just mere minutes from the Oklahoma border. So Lake Texoma is right there on the border of Oklahoma and Texas. And just the first exit into Oklahoma is the casinos. So there you go. All right, the next the next con is the highway that runs through. I-75 runs through Sherman, Texas, and for some reason it seems like it is always under construction. And it is severely under construction right now. So if you are in the Sherman area and have got to get on the highway, you know, they have detours, they have parts of it shut down to be able to get onto it. If you're trying to cut across the highway, they even have those shut down. And it is a pain right now. Will it finish? We hope so. The next thing about Sherman, the next con is, you know, Sherman is an older city and there are a lot of older houses and some of them unfortunately have not been kept up. So you might find a beautiful ranch style house in a great neighborhood and maybe across the street or a couple of houses down, there might be one that really is in need of maintenance. The front of it doesn't look right or look good. Maybe it needs paint, maybe it needs a new roof, stuff like that. So, but on the plus side, if you're looking for a deal, a fix and flip, Sherman may be your thing, right? So just know that there might be some rough looking houses in the neighborhood, especially the ones that are a little bit older. The next con is Sherman doesn't have a lot of like big retail or big entertainment or even big restaurants out in the way. You pretty much have to go up to Denison to get some of that. Again, Denison's not that far from Sherman, but as Sherman grows, we'll start getting more and more and more of that stuff. All right, you know what? That's enough of the cons. Let's talk about some good stuff about Sherman. So the first one is Sherman is growing. For a kind of small-ish city, it is definitely bringing in some big hitters when it comes to business. IT, Texas Instruments, is actually moving up there and building a very big plant, and they are working on semiconductor and chips. So if you're in the technology business, that Sherman might be where you want to go. In fact, because of Texas Instruments, other places that deal with chips And I'm not talking potato chips, okay? We're talking about technical chips, or things that go into computers and phones and things like that. So those companies are coming in. So the city of Sherman, their mayor and the councilmen and women, they decided that they really want to entice these businesses to come to Sherman. They definitely have the land for it, and that's the next pro. If you're looking for land, Sherman is the place to be. Whether you're looking for just raw land or whether you're looking for a house with some acreage, you definitely want to check out Sherman. And because there's land and development going on, new construction is the next pro. That's right, there are lots of new construction houses going up over there. So if you're looking for something newer, maybe you don't want to work on a pre-owned, maybe you don't want to do a fix and flip, then definitely check out Sherman and some of the new construction that's going on out there. And last but not least, if you're an investor and looking for either a rental or, like I said, a fix or flip, you definitely want to check out Sherman. Pricing in Sherman is, under a lot of other places comparable, like McKinney and Frisco and Allen and the Colony and Prosper and Salina. You can actually find a more affordable house in Sherman than maybe in those other areas. But then again, remember, it is way further out of the Metroplex. All right, y'all, that is the pros and cons of Sherman. If you have any questions about Sherman, if you have any questions about any of the cities here in North Texas, you know what to do. You know how to get a hold of me. Until next time, I'll see you around the neighborhood.